Hi, it's Jessica Sitomer, thegreenlightcoach.com, and I'm going to answer the number 5 most frequently asked question that I get. And that question is, what's the timeline? How long does it take to make it in the entertainment industry, or Hollywood, as people sometimes like to put it? And my answer to you is, there is no timeline. In fact, one of the most frustrating questions for a person in our industry is when somebody who's not in the industry says, so how long are you going to give this? You know, we understand that it is a process, and unlike other careers, like let's say you want to be a doctor. You've known since you were a child that you want to be a doctor. So you study really hard, you get good grades, you work really hard, you get into a good college, right? And then you do your pre-med there, and you study really hard, and you get good grades, and you take your MCATs. You study really hard for the MCATs, you get good grades, so then you get into a good program with a good residency. And I'm sure if you've watched ER or any of the other medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy, you know how you move up the ladder, okay? You do well, and then you move up the ladder. Well, in our industry, it's a little different. It's sort of a anything goes here, which is a blessing and a curse. It's a curse if you don't know the business side of it, because you can be the most talented person in the world sitting on your couch. But if you're sitting on your couch and people don't know how talented you are, you're never going to make it. Whereas if you know the business tools that it takes to generate work for yourself and to get to know people and to network properly and to market properly, then it can happen a lot faster. That said, there are no rules, which again means that because there are no rules, you can either be the son or daughter of a celebrity and nothing ever happens for you, or you can be a complete unknown from a small town and become a huge star. So just know that it's all about perseverance. It's all about sticking with it, and it's important to stay really passionate about what you do. Always be working on your craft and always be working on the business side. The more people you know who can help you, the faster you'll get to where you want. So how long does it take? Who knows? You know, you look at Sir Anthony Hopkins, and he said his career didn't take off until his 60s. Then you look at somebody who appears to be right off the bus, and they make it big, and they say, oh yes, I was an overnight success. It only took me 10 years to become an overnight success. So just know that there is no timeline. When I've worked with people, I've coached people one-on-one, over 1,000 people, and over a time period of 1 to 7 years, and I found that the people who were really, really aggressive about using the tools that I taught, when they started out with pretty much nothing, like only knowing like 10 to 20 people, those people who were pretty fearless, didn't have a lot of obstacles to overcome, it took them about 2 years to be working regularly. Then the people who were coming along a little more slowly, they had more obstacles in their way, that was about 5 years. Now, 5 years might sound like a long time to you, but think about most businesses. They don't even begin to take off until 5 years into it. And you are a business, so you have to think of yourself that way. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I've been out here 15 years and I haven't made it yet, well, that could mean a few things. Maybe you're not using the right tools. Are you doing the same 1 to 5 things over and over again and expecting different results? If so, you need to find more ways of doing things. I find that a lot of people are the product of the 5 people who are closest to them. So if the 5 people who are closest to you are doing the same 5 things that you're doing to get work, then you need to find people who are already successful at what you want to do, because that means that they have different tools and different strategies than the ones that you're using. So again, it's between 2 to 5 years if you are using proper business tools. And if you want to know what those are, check out my blog, check out my book, ask me questions. You can reach me. I'm here to answer your questions, and I'm here to give you those tools. Now, for those of you who have been at this for 20 years and are wondering, well, can you teach an old dog new tricks? Absolutely. If you are willing and able to do the work, there's no reason why you can't become like Sir Anthony Hopkins and win your Academy Award in your 60s.